Welcome back to Mike's MMO Corner, Episode 3, Part 3. Let's wrap this up. We're finishing up our review on ALLODS, and we're going back to the street in the sweltering heat with Grant. We're going to finish this up.
They also changed the fact that when you die now, there is a chance that any item that is green item, which is the lowest magical item, blue, which are a little bit rarer items, or legendary, which are orange items, or purple. So the item system is essentially just like World of Warcraft. Anytime you die, if you do not have these certain charms equipped on your character, there's a possibility that your item becomes cursed. So, for example, if you're wearing gloves that add 10 to strength, 10 to perception, if you die and those become cursed, they are now negative 10 strength and negative 10 perception, and essentially ruined. Now, there is a cash shop. There's conveniently a cash shop item in order for you to remove the curse, and they'll go back to normal. But not only is that available only through the cash shop, but so are the charms, and so is the incense, as well as the waters of life and death. And this patch also introduced mounts, which is conveniently also available only through the cash shop. So they did all that just item-wise for the cash shop, and they also decreased the amount of experience gained from monsters and turning in quests, and increased the amount of experience needed to level from 20 all the way to 42. So essentially lengthening the time it took you to get from 20 to max level by 300%. On top of having to buy all these items from the cash store now just to gain those levels. So, oh, and they also decrease your stat effectiveness. So, they nerf your damage, they nerf your overall character, and they nerf what your stats actually add to your character as a bonus. So, someone broke it down on the forums, and basically just to purchase the incense alone, you're paying about $5 to $7 a month. And that's not protecting your items with the holy charms. That's not to get them out if you choose to get them out. And that's not to purchase crystals, which are also only available through the cash store for your runes, so you can imbue your items. So, to be honest with you, if you are a high-level character looking to play endgame material with this game, you're spending about $15 to $20 a month. And as good as the game was free to play, if you are spending $15 to $20 a month on a game, there are a lot better options out there than ALLODS. And as good as I thought the game was prior to this patch, I honestly can't see myself playing it up to where, you know, I'm constantly having to buy these items from the cash store, because, I mean, there are tons of bugs in the game still. I mean, there's broken quests. The friends list has been broken for numerous patches. There's just quirks within the game itself that are bugged, and I don't see myself wanting to pay $15 to $20 a month for a game that, you know, essentially isn't finished. I mean, it is still an open beta, so, and if they ever do release the game, hopefully they'll address some of these issues. But honestly, I can't recommend this game based on the fact that it's considered free to play, but you need to pay to actually win at it. So that is my review of ALLODS.
We're going to do like a...
I might have to do a... If you want a challenge and not pay for anything, I'll give you a half thumbs, but I'm giving it a thumbs down because I honestly was looking forward to a free-to-play game, and now I've walked into a pay-to-win game.
Pay-to-win? Is that like a new model here? I mean, you know, free-to-play was like RuneScape. Okay, I'm going to get in, I'm going to play it, it's free. And then we have like your subscription games, Warcraft, EverQuest 2, etc. And now this, you know, F2P or free-to-play is coming out, and, you know, it just sounds like they really went overboard and went crazy with the in-game store. It's like, and what I thought a couple months ago was, you know, this whole in-game store, yeah, that's cool and everything, but guess what? You're probably going to end up spending more money than you would if you just get a regular subscription game. It's probably less of a hassle than you're going to have to pull out your credit card every half an hour. And, oh, I need this, or I can't do this, you know.
Exactly. Like, the one fix I would see for ALLODS is, you know, make a $10, $15 subscription fee a month, kind of like World of Warcraft, City of Heroes, that business, and just remove all that nonsense. Having your items cursed when you die, having to pay money to reset your stats. I mean, with World of Warcraft, all you did was pay gold, which was farmable, whatever. You know, have the ability to get mounts a different way than having to pay money to get your mount. I mean, just make it a subscription and get rid of all that nonsense if you're going to do things like this. But, you know, I understand where people don't want to pay to play it and still enjoy the challenge, but, you know, for me, just not going to do it.
It seems like they took that whole in-game store and went crazy with it.
They did.
To the extreme. It sounds like it's interrupting, you know, just your enjoyment of the game. I mean, I couldn't even download it. Okay, I have a Core 2 Duo 2.66 processor. I got 3 gigs of RAM. I got a NVIDIA 8600 whatever video card. I don't know what the problem is.
That actually is a problem that was addressed on the forums, was the patching process, yes.
Not being able to download?
There was one guy
I'm outsourcing, see?
He literally had to sit there and cancel and start the download again because it would keep freezing about every percentage. Mine actually stopped too. When I went to update to this new patch, mine stopped at like 90-something%, and I had to keep canceling and starting it to finish the last 3%.
Yeah, see, by that point, I'm done. I'm on to the next game. I have too many games to play, too many things to explore. If you've even seen like MMO Hut or Free MMO Gamer,
yeah.
You go to either of those websites and you're going to have like hundreds of games. You know, most of them at the top are going to be the good ones, but you know, you're still going to have tons of options to check out. Like we were talking about, was it League of Legends?
Actually, that is the game I've moved on to.
Yeah, he's moved on to League of Legends, so we can probably do that in another episode. But that's going to do it, I think. Anything else to add to that? We gave it kind of the thumb and a half down.
I
gave it a thumbs down. I can't
my
even
half
get in the
thumb
game.
is still leaning down, so it's like a quarter thumb.
That's like 87%. Don't bother with it.
I wouldn't waste your time
unless they figure it out in the next 6 months, a year. Then, you know, I wouldn't even bother with it.
Yeah, I just keep checking patch notes to see if they address any of those issues that I had a problem with. Obviously, if you don't have a problem with them, by all means, download the game, have a blast. But, you know, for me, the time sink that it seems to be now in order to get anything accomplished prior to this patch, it's just not worth it. There's too many other good games to be playing than, you know, sink my time into a half-finished game and pay money to do so. So
that wraps up our ALLODS interview on Mikes MMO Corner. You know, post your comments, whatever you got to say about this game. Tell us if you agree, or if you're a huge fan of the game and you actually don't mind spending the money, let us know. And we'll see you on the flip side.
Thanks for having me, Mike.
Thanks for stopping by, Grant. Woo! Oh, I forgot to mention, you know, 101 out today in Chicago here. We're standing out here like two jackasses in the parking lot.
In long sleeve.
What's up, man? See what we go through to bring you the news?
Anywhere and everywhere.